what, Wiggy? That ride has made me really hungry.
Every ride makes me hungry. Oh, hello!
Oh, hi!
What shall we have for tea?
I don't know.
Hairy berry cake.
Or maybe hairy pear cake.
No, I know! Hairy hedge nut cake!
Hey, that reminds me.
It reminds me too. Oh, there was a cake day in Hairyland.
Oh, you've got to hear this one. One day we were flying around Hairyland looking for adventure.
Picky papa, picky papa, picky papa me round Hairyland, round Hairyland.
I am Quick
And I am Wiggy with a hairy fairy band.
We reached the Ha Ha Hairies garden just as Ma arrived home in the Fluffer Poop.
We landed in the bumblebee. Watch out! Pa and Minnie were very excited to see Ma back.
And so was Chihuahua.
Ma was excited too. She had a plan to make everyone happy. Well, you know what Ma's like.
She's got a heart of gold.
A ha ha heart of gold.
A heart of gold. She's always having fun
There's fun for everyone.
under the hairy sun. She's got a heart of gold.
Ma's got a heart of gold.
A heart of gold. Yes, Ma had brought all the things you need for a special treat. Woohoo!
Because today was the day to bake a Ha Ha Hairy cake.
Up on the hill at Chateau Shampoo, someone was watching. Can you guess who? Boris Boo Hoo. What's he gonna do? Who? Boris saw Ma getting ready to make the Ha Ha Hairy cake.
He wanted cake too. Hairy apple cake.
So he rang the Boise bell.
And Boise came running.
Boris told Boise to go to the hairy apple orchard and pick some hairy apples.
And to come back straight away.
Back at the Ha Ha Hairies house, Pa had the same idea as Boris.
Hairy apples. They needed hairy apples for the cake.
Minnie Ha Ha said she would go and pick some hairy apples.
So off she went to the hairy apple orchard.
Boise was already in the hairy apple orchard picking hairy apples when who should come along but...
Bye-bye, Minnie Ha Ha.
Boise did what he always does when he sees Minnie.
Boise gave Minnie lots of the hairy apples he just picked. Minnie was really happy.
She invited him to join the cake making, and off they went.
Boris had been watching through the hairy stairy, and he was furious. If he couldn't make a cake, he'd just have to get cake another way.
So what he needed was a plan. Boris needs a plan, he needs a plan as quick as he can. He needs to plan a big surprise.
He needs to plan his next plan.
What'll it be? What'll it be?
Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico, the most famous chef in Hairyland.
Back at the Ha Ha Hairies house,
Ma was sifting flour.
and Pa was weighing hairy berries. But just then,
There was a knock at the door.
Pa was so surprised to see Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico, the most famous chef in Hairyland.
First, Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico wanted to check the hairy berries. He was about to taste one when...
Bukama blah blah!
It was Nana! With a whole basket of hairy pears.
And when Nana saw Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico, she twiddled his moustache. And I tried to copy her.
Get off! Watch!
Only Quiff doesn't have a moustache.
And so the big cake make began. They're gonna make a hairy cake.
They're gonna mix it.
Gonna mash it, and there's no time to waste.
Add a little bit of this.
And a little bit of that. And now it's time for a taste. Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico tasted the cake mixture.
Ooh. And again, and again, and again.
And the Ha Ha Hairies were waiting to see if he liked it.
And they saw he'd eaten the whole lot.
He said it needed more hairy hedge nuts and hairy berries.
So they started all over again.
Gonna make a hairy cake.
They're gonna mix it.
Gonna mash it, and there's no time to waste.
Add a little bit of this.
And a little bit of that. And now it's time for a taste. And Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico tasted the cake mixture.
And again, and again, and...
And the Ha Ha Hairies waited to see if he liked it. And
And he did!
so they started all over again. They're gonna make a hairy cake.
They're gonna mix it.
Gonna mash it, gonna put it in the tin.
Add a little more of this.
And a little more of that. So open up the oven and put that Ha Ha Hairy cake in. But Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico had eaten so much cake mixture, he needed to go outside.
He was feeling very, very sick.
And Chihuahua knew that it wasn't Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico. It was Boris.
Back in the house, the cake was ready to decorate.
It was time to put the Ha Ha into the hairy cake.
Beep, beep. Yep, time to make it funny. And who better to help than Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico?
So Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico put hairy pears round the cake.
But Pa made it funnier by using them as ears.
Then Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico gave the cake hairy berry eyes.
But Ma made it funnier by drawing on silly glasses.
Then Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico used the carrot as a mouth.
But Nana made it funnier by using it as a nose.
And at last the cake was done.
And it was hilarious.
It was time to eat it. The others went inside to get plates and spoons.
Now was Boris's chance to get that cake.
He couldn't resist the carrot nose. But just then, Chihuahua did this.
Oh, nits! Can you guess what had happened?
Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico had left his Mustachio Magnifico on the cake.
Now everyone would see it was Boris. So off he ran as fast as his skinny malinky legs would carry him.
All thanks to Chihuahua.
The Ha Ha Hairies came back outside. They were sad Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico had gone.
And then they saw it. Good old Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico! What a great chef!
The Ha Ha Hairy cake wasn't just hairy, it was the funniest cake they've ever made. Back at Chateau Shampoo, Boris, covered in cake, was not happy.
But then, that kind of serves him right for being so greedy. Boo! We've been so busy telling this story, we haven't made our cake.
You're right! Quick, come on, hairy berry cake, right?
Right. Actually, didn't we say hairy pear cake?
Hairy hedge nut, that was it.
What about hairy pear and hairy hedge nut?
Or even hairy